This is Liz Colburn, host of The Morning Uplift. Thank you for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Rachel Mullins, host of #NoFilterFriday here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my new show, #NoFilterFriday, where we talk about all of the sexual misconduct allegations swirling around Hollywood. A new show drops every Friday at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of #NoFilterFriday. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
We can't solve our problems with the same thinking we use to create them. Albert Einstein. Oh, that is so good. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we use to create them. Oh man, have you ever thought of that? Have you ever wondered, where do my problems come from? Well, they all come from your mind. It's all about what you believe. It's all about what you think. And a lot of things today, we're going to be talking about how you can overcome self-sabotage, how it is that you are going to reach above and over the things that are helping or holding you back in life. So today I want to give you 4 steps to overcoming self-sabotaging behaviors. And before we go there, if you want to connect with me more, if you want to learn more about what I do, who I am, why I do what I do here on Public House Media and Choose to Rise, head over to choose2riseup.com, where you can learn more about me there and find all of our episodes for more episodes of this and what is it that I do. So thanks for joining me today. I hope that you connect with me on my website as well as Facebook at Choose to Rise Up. All right, let's get into this. The things that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we use to create them. So today we're going to talk about 4 steps to overcoming self-sabotage. And what is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage are behaviors that prevent you from conditioning yourself for success. They're the things that hold you back from getting to where you want to be in life. And changing those long behavior patterns, those things that are holding you back, that self-sabotage is super difficult to recognize sometimes, and it's super difficult sometimes to understand why it's happening. It's just one of those things that it's called procrastination. Sometimes it's called, really defiant types of pieces. You can really start to eliminate your self-sabotaging habits and your self-sabotaging behaviors when you figure out what your beliefs are and your emotions and why you're behaving the way you are. So first, we need to understand and accept ourselves before we can attempt to understand and accept others. So let's take a journey today and let's talk about what we need to do for our own personal evaluation to figure out what it means to look inside of ourselves and think about and learn about ourselves with inner dialogue and self-talk. So the first thing you can do is remain open-minded to what you see and hear when understanding your beliefs. This is essential when making constructive changes in your behavior, deciding how far and how deep you want to go before introspections into your decision. However, you can take your life into a whole new level when you discover the empowering insights to eliminating damaging self-talk and undermining your behavior. Deciding to let go of self-sabotaging behaviors that prevent you from changing takes courage and a personal commitment to developing more effective actions. Before you go around believing that you can change the beliefs and behavior of others, first you have to change them in yourself. And this means overcoming resistance and sabotaging behaviors that have prevented you from experiencing an optimistic attitude, an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of positivity, an attitude of I can do this no matter what. Those are the things that are going to keep you going. But when you have obstacles in your world, like things that have set you back or things that have happened to you, developing an optimistic attitude and changing the unrewarding behaviors and beliefs will awaken you to eliminating self-sabotaging behaviors. So open up your mind, be real reflective about what it is what's happening in your world, and really think about and catch yourself when you start to procrastinate or move away from the behaviors that you know you need to be doing to find success. What specific actions can you now take to become aware of and overcome your self-sabotaging beliefs and self-defeating emotions? Well, 1, you can recognize that you're at a crossroads where your decisions and your choices are yours and yours alone. No one can change this for you. You have to decide that you are going to make the change, that you're going to take the action, that you're going to do what you need to do in order to find success. for you to say that this is my to-do list and then spend 20 minutes to 30 minutes on social media and then be defeated or feel down because you didn't do the things on your to-do list, that's on you. And you have to own that. You have to recognize that behavior. You have to decide to make the change. The second thing is to realize that you're the one making the conscious decision to change your damaging self-talk. You're undermining your beliefs and your behaviors, and no one can do that for you. Change the I can't or the I won't to I can and I will and I must. And do that on a consistent basis. Pay attention to the emotional changes that are going on within you. Be prepared to physically describe your changes and write them down. For me, one of the things that happens in my world is when I'm really working hard on a meal plan and I'm really wanting to hit these nutritional goals that I have or these physical goals that I have. And I get all the way through the week and I'm like, dang, I did really good today. Or I have been fantastic. And I step on the scale and I have great results. That self-sabotaging behavior comes in and says, oh, awesome job. You lost 3 pounds. Go eat a donut. It's okay to have the ice cream. You have had a great week and you lost 4 pounds. And then the next day you're like, what the heck happened to the scale, right? It's all that self-sabotaging behavior that is really kind of that temperature gauge. We've talked about this before in the show, where everyone has a temperature gauge in their system, very much like you have a temperature gauge in your house. And when you get out of your comfort zone and you are rising to the occasion and creating a new comfort zone for yourself, really pushing yourself and moving forward, your self-sabotaging behaviors, your internal mindset will say, I'm not really supposed to be there, and kind of regulate you back down. Or if things are going really bad and like you're kind of like, oh my goodness, I can't stay here, you rise to the occasion to get yourself back up to comfort level. Measure your progress and figure out where you're going and things by changing your feelings, changing your behaviors, and comparing notes every single day based on where you are and where you want to be. Continually focus on the positive things, because when you focus on the negative self-talk, you'll only create resentment and disempowering beliefs, and the self-resentment is the seed that grows into self-sabotaging behaviors. So love yourself, love who you are, use positive affirmations to get yourself in a positive headspace so that you have positive reactions and behaviors that go along with it. Everything comes from your thoughts. Number 4, plant the seed that produces positive, empowering beliefs and actions. Ask yourself, are my actions linked to pleasure-producing situations or pain-producing situations? Take the road that gives you pleasure, not grief. The personal growth experience from facing a fearful or painful event or adversity of some kind, it's important for self-improvement. However, don't make a steady diet of it. You can grow and change by cultivating positive emotions like joy and excitement and happiness as well. I've been working through some of my own struggles recently in my business and my mindset and just in life in general, and like really working through, this should be easier kind of mindset. And really, it really comes down to, yeah, it could be easier, but that means I would be growing. And I really was listening to Brooke Castillo podcast, the Life Coach School podcast, and she was talking about how when you struggle, it means that you're growing. So think about how the caterpillar felt or feels as they change into a butterfly. Think about how someone feels when they're making a significant change in their life. There's going to be struggle in order to get there. But if you keep going in a positive way and are affirming yourself that you're capable, and you're affirming yourself that you are worthy of it, and you have that I can, I will, I must keep going kind of positive attitude about yourself, and you have empowering and positive beliefs and taking action in the good way, even when you don't feel like it, because you're not always going to be motivated to do something. But if you can stick to it and be determined, if you can stick to it and be dedicated to what it is that you want to do, you're going to have much more positivity be explained in your life, and it's going to just be there for you no matter what. You're definitely going to be able to overcome those self-defeating emotions and self-sabotage by taking action and doing it anyway. And it will start to become your norm, because you're going to continue to do it regardless if you feel like it or not. So thanks so much for joining me today. If you liked something that I shared today, if it resonated with you at all, I would hope and encourage you to share this podcast with somebody else, share it on your social media, go to Apple iTunes or Podbean and leave a rating and review so I can find you and interact with you, and just enjoy that. Just be excited that you enjoyed the episode today. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.